guys, Nerd here, back with another video. Today, we'll be looking at how to turn this large string of code into a my block, with parameters, so it can be like one of the blocks down here. But for this, you'll learn a skill on how to turn all this, and in case you use it a lot, you can just drag it out as one block. It won't make your program super complicated, and you can make your own parameters. Let's get into how to do this. Okay, so first let's run through this gyro straight code. This is something that a lot of people complain about, and it's that the robots are not going straight. This is a way you can change that. So what I have here are some basic resets for my motor and my gyro. Then I have a gyro reset from Builder-Dude35's program, which I highly recommend you watch this video for, because it's very useful in FLL. Then I have this. This is controlling my steering, so how sensitive it is, and then it detects when it gets to a certain amount of degrees. Cool. But this is a lot of code, and you don't want to be putting this in every time you want to gyro straight. So, to build a my block, what you can do is you can select all of your code, go to Tools, and select My Block Builder. Then I can name this something like gyro straight. Make sure you're using underscores. And finished. Easy. That makes a really nice gyro program. The problem with that is, there's no parameters. You can't change this. The thing that you chose is set in steel forever. Now, let's figure out how to do this, but with parameters, so you can change it around like a regular block, such as this. Okay, here I am back with the program that I have created. Now we can try to make my block with parameters. If you have like a gyro reset block, like for example, I can turn this into a my block really easy by just coming here, my block builder, gyro, reset, and boom, there I have a gyro reset. So keep in mind that those three blocks still exist here. And that's really easy because there are no parameters for the gyro reset. However, what if you wanted to turn this all into a code? Well, it's super simple. Not as easy, but still simple. Keep in mind you have to select the blocks in order to come to Tools, and you cannot select the play button. Now, I'm going to create another gyro my block called gyro straight. But that's already in use because I already created one down there. So I'll just name it gyro straight 2 for my lack of creativity. Then I want to make a few parameters. I'll come to parameter setup and I'll name it. This is how you can make parameters like the one you find in the steering. The first thing I want to do is probably speed. And since there's only one speed, because you want to go straight, if there are two different speeds, you really wouldn't be going straight. You can only make one parameter for this. And you can select an icon. So I'm going to find the speed icon. And then cool, let's go to the next one. Well, I can see the next one I can find. You can do port if you want, but my gyro is usually in port 4, so that's fine. Moving it so you can see the code, I want to change the steering, because what if you have a robot that needs to be more sensitive or less sensitive for certain different purposes? So I'm going to name this sensitivity. And then for icon, I'm going to do something like, maybe steering. Something like this. Okay. I don't want to click finish because then this is going to be set in stone and I won't be able to change it. And I still have more to add. Next, I want to do something like comparison symbol. Because as you can see here, this needs to be greater than or equal to 90. But what happens if I want to go backwards? Because you can also go straight, but also go backwards. So, you will usually use 3 or 5. So, I'm going to put something like that, and then I'm going to plug it into here. Now, I am going to do my degrees, because you want to go forward a certain amount of degrees. So I'm going to name this degrees. And that can be shown with the degree symbol. Something like this. And then I have a wait 0.3 seconds, but that doesn't really matter. So looking over it, I think I have almost everything I need. Yeah, I should have everything I need. So I'm going to click Finish. And there we go. Now, it doesn't look like a my block right away. But if you can see, I have the gyro straight to my block right here. However, these parameters, if I change this now, really don't do anything. And that's because you'll see a gray block appears here. You can't modify it, but this is where you plug in your parameters, so it knows what to change. Because just because you name it speed, the robot or the computer program isn't going to know to change speed. So here I have my parameter called speed. And I'm going to plug this parameter into the speed icon. Now I can change to the speed. This was my sensitivity, so I'm going to put it into my multiplier. This was my comparison, so I'm going to put it into my comparison symbol. And this was my degrees. If you want, you can also change these ports to parameters by putting a port icon in like that. But I don't want to do that because I usually have B anyway. Like I said, it was a shorter video today, but I think it's very useful for learning how to make my blocks and my blocks with parameters. I hope you enjoyed. And just so you know, this gyro reset can be plugged anywhere you want. So if I went into one of my other programs, I can take this gyro reset and plug it in here. However, be aware that if you're copying and pasting this into like a my block or another project, it won't work. The my blocks only work within your certain project. Otherwise, it will have an error. Thank you guys for watching this week's video, and I hope you really enjoyed. I'm going to have my Run 2 FLL replay coming soon, as you can see here. Hope you enjoyed!